If you ever find yourself walking through the deep forests of Romania at midnight, and you suddenly hear a faint, mesmerizing melody floating through the trees, do not look back, just run as fast as you can. In Western pop culture, fairies are seen as benevolent creatures that grant wishes. But in Eastern European folklore, they are something entirely different. They are ancient, supernatural, and deeply dangerous to any mortal who crosses their path. They are called the Iele, the wicked, ethereal maidens of the Romanian night. No one truly knows where these entities came from, and even their real name is a closely guarded secret. Old legends warn that simply speaking their true name out loud can instantly curse you. This is why locals only refer to them as the Iele, which simply means they. It is a pronoun used out of pure fear, an attempt to avoid drawing their attention. In different regions, they are also whispered about as the fair ones or the holy ones. But these respectful titles are nothing more than a shield against their unpredictable wrath. According to the few who claim to have survived an encounter, these entities appear as a group of maidens of unmatched hypnotic beauty. They glide through the night air, their feet never touching the cold ground. They hold burning torches or lanterns, searching for the perfect hidden clearing. Once they find it, the silent forest is suddenly filled with the otherworldly music. They hold hands and begin their legendary dance known as the Hora of the Fairies. If you spin with frantic speed, casting a spell that bends the very air around them, to witness this dance is to seal your own doom. As the Iele do not tolerate any mortal eyes on their sacred ritual, if they catch a man spying on them, their music turns into a deafening scream. They will force the intruder into the center of their circle, making him dance until he collapses. But physical exhaustion is only the beginning of their terrifying curse. Those who survive the night are often found the next morning completely paralyzed, stripped of their speech, their sight, or left wandering the woods with their minds entirely broken. You might think this is all just dark mythology, but there is a physical proof left behind in the Romanian forests that locals fear to this day. In the deep clearings, mysterious circles of scorched, dead grass can sometimes be found. Known as the fairy rings or cercurile ielelor, nothing will grow inside these circles for years. Legend says that the soil was permanently burned by the intense, supernatural heat of their dancing feet. Even today, cattle and horses will stubbornly refuse to step inside these geometric anomalies. And old village elders warn that if you fall asleep inside one, you will never wake up again. So, how did the people of the Carpathian Mountains protect themselves from such a beautiful terror? For centuries, locals relied on ancient traditional remedies passed down through generations. The most powerful shields against the wrath of the Iele were wild wormwood and garlic. Travelers would carry these plants in their pockets, believing the strong scent would break the fairies' hypnotic spell. If an entire village felt threatened, the elders would perform secret protective rituals at dawn. Today, these legends fade as the deep forests shrink, but the mystery of the scorched circles remains unsolved. Would you dare to walk these forests at midnight? Subscribe for more dark legends from around the world. But the mysteries of the Carpathian Mountains do not stop with the fairies of the night. Deep within the local folklore lies an even older legend, the myth of the Strigoi. Centuries before Hollywood created the modern, fictional image of vampires, the villagers spoke of these entities not as monsters, but as troubled, invisible spirits. According to old beliefs, a Strigoi is a soul that simply cannot find its peace after leaving this world. Folklore divides them into two categories: spirits of the living and spirits of the dead. The living ones are said to be ordinary people who were born under a peculiar astrological sign. During the night, while their physical bodies are fast asleep in bed, their souls are believed to leave their chests, traveling invisibly through the cool night air. They would gather at crossroads or deep inside the forest to discuss village secrets. But the spirits of the dead were the ones that truly worried the local communities. If a person passed away with unresolved regrets, it was believed their energy would return to visit their loved ones. To prevent these restless energies from disturbing the living, the community would turn to the natural world for powerful, ancient protectors. The ultimate defense was garlic, a plant believed to possess a pure energy that negative spirits couldn't tolerate. Before going to bed, families would meticulously rub garlic on the windows, doors, and thresholds of their homes. They believed this simple act created an invisible barrier that kept the home safe and pure all night. Another peaceful remedy involved throwing handfuls of poppy seeds around the courtyard. According to the lore, the visiting spirit would feel compelled to count every single seed before sunrise, running out of time. While some legends speak of invisible spirits, others tell stories of real flesh and blood sorcerers. These were the Solomonari, the legendary and mysterious weather wizards of the Carpathians. They were described as tall men, dressed in simple white peasant robes, carrying an ancient book of spells. According to folklore, they did not inherit their magic. They had to earn it through grueling trials. Chosen as children, they were taken away to a secret subterranean school known as the Scholomance. Deep underground, they spent 7 long years learning the secrets of nature, animals, and the weather. When their training was complete, they emerged with the power to summon storms or dissolve heavy clouds at will. But their most incredible power was the ability to control the legendary beasts of the sky. Folklore states that they could summon giant weather dragons known as Balauri. Using a golden bridle, a Solomonar would ride these cloud beasts through the heavy rains. They would direct the hail away from fields, protecting the crops of villages that treated them well. However, if a community showed greed or cruelty, the wizards would bring down a devastating storm. To test the people, a Solomonar would often disguise himself as a poor, simple beggar. He would ask for a single cup of water, and the village's response decided their fate. But there is another group of entities that locals fear even more than the weather wizards. The Sânziene, ancient spirits who control the midsummer heat and the violent winds. While they look like breathtaking, glowing maidens, their beauty hides an explosive, unpredictable temper. If a mortal forgets to celebrate their sacred day, they will unleash total devastation upon the land. They trap their victims in massive, localized whirlwinds that can lift a grown man off his feet. And old stories claim they can strike an entire village with sudden, irreversible blindness. They represent the untamed, lethal power of nature, a force that rewards respect but destroys arrogance. From the dancing shadows of the Iele to the weather wizards of the peaks, the ancient forests of Eastern Europe continue to guard secrets that modern science cannot fully explain. Perhaps these stories are just metaphors for the raw, untamed forces of nature. Or perhaps deep in the woods where the moonlight doesn't reach, the old magic is still alive. Which of these legends did you find the most fascinating? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe for more journey into the world's greatest mysteries.